wonderful Sagittarius. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay. Okay, guys, so the card that came out here is preparation. What's interesting here, Sagittarius, is that there could be something that you're anticipating. Something that you feel like is going to happen and you're preparing for it, or it's just like a sign that you're constantly receiving here. For some of you, you're, going through a period where you feel like there are constant lessons or constant obstacles, but it's preparing you for something larger. It could even be preparing you to kind of move forward, or something is about to take off for you, but there are a lot of tests prior to that very thing occurring here. But initially what I was getting is like you can feel that something is going to happen and you're preparing for it, or you want to feel like you're ready. Let's see. Some of you could be trying to move forward or detach, but you're not speaking about it. It's like something that you're working on, but it's like you're going through something mentally, emotionally. There's some sort of a plan that you're creating, but you're not necessarily communicating it. Okay. Some of you could be dealing with the Libra. We have the Justice card on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Judgment. Okay, yeah, so exactly what I said. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Here's the thing. I feel with the Justice card as well as the Judgment, like there could be legal matters that you are currently, kind of like there are legal matters in this connection, or there's something that you're going through that doesn't feel fair, but you're very close to breaking free, even if it may not feel like it in the current moment. Something that did not feel fair to you is going to work out in your favor. And for those of you specifically, if this is pertaining to, legal issues or legal matters, I do see something working out in your favor. And there's something that feels very freeing about that also. Like whether it's you want to detach from a situation, whether it's you're in a live-in situation with someone and you're trying to move out, there's a breakthrough, there's a change, but there's a series of events that are occurring to prepare you, right, for this change is what I'm sensing. Okay, I'm going to start off by seeing how you're being viewed this week. For others of you, it could be a shift in this dynamic, like something that you were manifesting, something that you wanted to occur between you and this person. And, it's finally happening, but there is something that happens prior to your wish fulfillment coming in for you. Okay. Queen of Pentacles for how you're being viewed. Someone views you as very, stable. You know what you want. There's a bit of an assertive energy associated with that card. But they're viewing you as someone that they want to invest in. They're viewing the connection as I want to give to this connection energetically. I want to, provide for Sagittarius, or I want to show them that I care, but through my actions. Because the Queen of Pentacles is also more of a practical energy. So it's not just someone who wants to tell you how they feel about you, but it's someone who wants to prove that to you through their actions. Now, they are viewing you in a very cautious energy. So the best way for me to, boil down this energy is they're viewing you as someone who's really paying close attention to what you're sharing with them in the current moment. Like they may view you as someone who's picking and choosing what you want to tell them versus what you want to keep to yourself here. There could be something here that's on your mind, but this person feels like you're not communicating it to them or you're not being open about it to them. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the challenge position and the Ten of Wands. Someone feels very isolated and alone. Like that's what they feel challenged by this week. Ten of Wands could be a very, like an energy where you feel it's very burdensome. It could also be someone who feels like this connection became very one-sided, or they're starting to see where maybe, the efforts or the investments were decreasing. But what's interesting is like the Nine of Pentacles, it is a very positive energy. It's a very self-focused energy. But in this deck, in the Nine of Pentacles, she doesn't look too happy. So there's someone here who's not happy about being single. They feel like being on their own or having to do something on their own feels very heavy. There's some sort of a load that they're carrying, which is becoming very, very draining for them. So whether it's like, you guys were in a higher level of commitment, or this was a partnership and this person is very used to the both of you working together, they feel very alone. There's almost like a void that this person feels when they're thinking of you or this connection this week. Not only having to do things on their own, it's like just a very lonely energy as well. Feeling very isolated, feeling like they don't have anyone to speak to. This could also be someone who feels burdened by the fact that you are choosing yourself. You are choosing to, focus on what's good for you, or you're making some sort of a decision where you're putting yourself first. And I'm not saying that you're being completely inconsiderate of this person's emotions, but for example, if you were very giving or nurturing in the past, or you would always, put this person first, this may just be something that they're not used to, right? And that could be the reason why it's impacting them. But I'm strongly getting someone who feels like now I'm on my own, or now I have to do things on my own, and I'm not used to this. There could have been some sort of codependency in this connection as well, Sagittarius. How are you viewing them? The King of Swords. Someone who's a bit detached, cold towards you this week. King of Swords could also just be letting me know that, the both of you recently went through a breakup, or maybe even divorce for some of you. But I'm strongly getting that you're viewing them in a very detached energy. You may feel like you're receiving clarity, okay, about this situation, but you're having a hard time sympathizing with something. It's like, whether it's you're having a hard time understanding something, or you feel you're not able to sympathize with someone because they're not seeing things from your side either. You're looking at things from a very logical perspective, maybe even to the point where you're kind of like numbing your emotions, or not really wanting to make a decision, based or make a decision based off of your emotions. Okay, what's in your feelings? The King of Wands. The Temperance. Trying to feel more balanced or at peace within yourself. There could be something about this connection that just felt that it wasn't progressing the right way, or something that felt very like one-sided, or a lack of balance. And that could be something that you're reminded of. But Temperance and the King of Wands is really pouring into yourself. It could also be an energy of, figuring out what truly makes you happy. Like if you haven't been feeling like yourself, or you felt like this is a connection that was progressing very well, or it made you very happy once upon a time, there's something here that you're realizing where it's like it doesn't feel like it's enough, or it doesn't resonate with you anymore. I'm strongly getting like, if you're resonating with this message so far, you're shedding old skin. You're going through a very large transformation when it comes to, this relationship. All right. And even if you guys are paying attention to astrology, specifically if you're Sagittarius, Sun, or Rising, huge shifts when it comes to your relationships, and not just romantic, guys, platonic as well. But these shifts are occurring for you in your relationships because of some sort of self-discovery or self-realization. So the breakthrough starts within you, but it's going to impact, your relationships and the environment and the people that you connect with. Okay, so Four of Swords in your feelings and the Seven of Swords, something you don't trust, something that is causing you to feel restless. And so, even if there is some sort of dishonesty in this connection that is really upsetting you, it's upsetting you to the point where you don't know if you can trust this person again. It's upsetting you to the point where you don't know if you're going to be able to view this person in the same light that you once have. It has changed your perception on this individual. And I'm strongly getting also, guys, like with the Seven of Swords, right? We have the Temperance, we have the Four of Swords as well. There's some sort of strategy that you're trying to get to the bottom of, whether it's you feel this is someone who is not completely open with you, whether it's you feel like even when you converse with them, there's always something that is left unsaid. There's a lack of trust, there's a lack of clarity, and you're really just having a hard time believing that you're going to, or you will be able to see this person the same way that you used to. This change or this shift is very large to the point where your emotions could have even changed here. And you're accepting things for what they are. You're not, planting any false hope in your mind. I'm also getting with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords, someone not owning up to something could also be the reason why you feel very restless. Seven of Swords could also be read as some sort of strategy on your end, right? If you're trying to remove yourself from a situation, you're trying to, maybe you're also going through legal issues as you're trying to, or legal matters as you're trying to remove yourself from a situation. So Seven of Swords could be when you have a plan in mind, but there's a lot that you're keeping to yourself. Or you're keeping most of it to yourself. You're not comfortable with sharing it. So it could be operating in a very, strategic way. Maybe you feel like that's the only way to detach from a situation that feels very difficult. Feeling like if you were to communicate your every move, then there would be some sort of block. Okay. Eight of Wands clarifying the Nine of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups clarifying the Ten of Wands. A lot of confusion. I think this person is wanting to clear something up. Eight of Wands could be a card of communication, reaching out to you. But Seven of Cups clarifying the Ten of Wands is someone who feels like there were constant mixed signals in this connection here. They're feeling very confused. They're not really sure where you stand. And the Seven of Cups could even come up in a spread when someone is having a hard time seeing past illusions. So how something seems in their mind is not the reality of the situation. Whether it's because they're overthinking something, whether it's they're feeding into maybe the negative or pessimistic side of things, it's resulting in them feeling more confused. They may also feel like in this connection there were a lot of mind games or back and forth kind of energy, which could have been the reason, or which could have been what led to this connection feeling very burdensome or feeling very like heavy and difficult to deal with. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. And I'm strongly getting like with the Eight of Wands, yes, it is a card of communication, but it's also a card of manifestation, right? Where you have someone who, is trying to manifest something new, but they're in a space or a mentality of lack. And it's very hard to manifest when you're in a mentality of lack. I'm strongly getting someone who felt like being on their own would make them happy, but it's the total opposite that they feel. And it could be because things are still fresh on their mind and they're still accepting, a separation. But I'm strongly getting that how they thought something would make them feel is not how it's playing out. It's quite the opposite here. Okay, so in their feelings, we have the Hanged Man, so a very stuck or stagnant energy. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces, and we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. Someone who still feels very connected to you. Now, the Lovers is, yes, it is an intense connection. It's usually when someone feels a very strong, almost like a magnetic pull towards you. But then it also touches on two very different energies coming together. There's usually a lesson behind the connection, and it boils down to emotional confusion because a decision is not being made. So it's a very important decision that has to be made about the connection in order for it to take off, or in order for it to feel tangible. And we have the Seven of Cups as well. So this could be someone who feels like they were very indecisive. This is someone who could feel very connected to you, but feels like they would need to make some sort of a life-altering decision to actually have something stable with you. And with the Lovers upright, it means they're still in the process of making a decision. There's still an energy of feeling undecided. We have the Three of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in their feelings. And they're viewing you in the Queen of Pentacles energy, which means this person feels like you guys are meant to be, or it's a true pair match. But when you have the Three of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, there's an energy of let's come to a mutual agreement. Let's, discuss something. This could be someone who doesn't feel ready to jump into a commitment, but they want to have a conversation with you. The emotions are there, but remember, guys, the Lovers means you have to make a decision in order for that connection to take off, or it's just going to be a connection that two energies feel, and there could even be like a cord that is causing the both of you to feel very connected, but in the real world or in the tangible realm, there could be a lack of action. So with the Three of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, I do feel like there's an incoming message, someone who's going to converse with you in hopes that you guys could discuss something or come to a mutual agreement here. They want things to feel more stable between the both of you, but deciding to fully commit or be in this connection may require them to, or may impact another area in their life. Usually the Lovers is also a decision that impacts other areas of your life, not just the connection that you're deciding on. Okay, Nine of Cups, followed by the Six of Cups in the potential outcome. Yeah, someone returning, someone coming back around, feeling very nostalgic. They're reminded of, the promises that they've made you, or this is someone who has had visions of the both of you growing together, developing this connection. And they're being reminded of these things in the potential outcome. With the Nine of Cups, it's someone who feels like you genuinely make them very, very happy. They're looking forward to reconnecting with you. What's the Nine of Cups? The Page of Swords. What's the Six of Cups? The Star card. They want to heal things with you. Aquarian energy. And Page of Swords could be someone who's continuing to keep tabs on you or figure something about you on their own. So it's not the most direct energy. But when they communicate with you, it's in hopes that you guys could heal, what has occurred and move forward. If there's something that you don't trust, this may be an opportunity for you to bring that up. If there's any strategic behavior, that could be resurfacing in the potential outcome as well. But the Six of Cups and the Star card is not only someone who feels connected to you in the potential outcome, it's like, I want to heal this. I'm still thinking about Sagittarius. I still feel very strongly towards them, and I want to fix this. The connection that they share with you, they feel like it's very special. This person may even compare the connection between the both of you to other connections that they've experienced. Okay, let's see. Is there anything they want to communicate? Oh, something flipped out here. I miss being with you. Yeah, Six of Cups in the potential outcome. Someone who is very missing you, feeling very nostalgic. I love you. Which I think is very clear here because they're trying to work something out with you, but it's more of a practical approach. Let's talk about the things we disagree on, or let's come to a mutual agreement prior to working towards a commitment here. It's just interesting because in your energy, it's very different. There's something about maybe turning inward, even if it's for the time being. Maybe there's something here you don't trust. And, even if you end up conversing with this person, you could just be very cautious. Like you're not wanting to put your heart on the line, or you're really paying attention to the details, or, analyzing this person before trusting them. Anything else? I can't stop thinking about you. Yeah, you're definitely weighing very heavily on this person's mind. Okay. Sorry, guys, I dropped a card. Let me just pick it up. Okay, so we have, I don't know what comes next. So this could be someone who is taking a leap of faith towards you, but not really sure what the future holds, okay? So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.